All right, we are back. This is now episode 5.
Ooh,
Of
this never gets comfortable for me. You know that, right?
You want to know what my opinion is?
What's your opinion?
Welcome everybody to another episode of Focal Conversations.
Yeah, let's welcome everybody.
I'm Michael Edwards.
I am Natasha of the Henry family.
Why is this always so difficult for you just to say your name?
I don't know. I'm hiding some. You don't know. You don't know.
I mean, you can't hide anymore. This is the 5th episode.
Somebody might be looking for me.
Oh gosh.
Let me change my last name while we're on here. Natasha Wilson. I'm going with Wilson. Natasha Henry.
Okay, all right.
Off the beautiful island of St. Lucia.
Oh, you just want to throw in a plug for St. Lucia?
I am a twin, by the way. It's two of us.
Oh, that is a little something that, well, not everybody to the podcast knows. You have an identical twin.
We'll invite her one day.
Yeah. Oh.
And guess what? We'll
That's
dress identically. So.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if our set can handle all of that.
We'll give them
energy.
5 minutes of the two of us, then we'll kick her off, and you and I can continue. All right, we digress. We always digress.
Shout out to Bella. Yeah, so we have this podcast for you guys so that you can truly take advantage of what the creative journey you have ahead or you're in can kind of assist you with all of these things.
We have this podcast. Let me give you my version of why we have this podcast. So we don't gatekeep, and we can tell you the dirty, and NH will tell you the unfiltered truth.
Why are you so excited about saying unfiltered every time?
This is the only reason. This is the only reason why I'm here because right. If we are going to do this, NH will be unfiltered.
Okay.
Right? This is the business and friendship relationship boundaries that we set. We set it ahead of time. We know what we're getting into.
Okay.
He can't say he didn't know what he was getting into.
Apparently not. I can't. So.
And it's public now. So that's my version of why we're here.
All right. That's why we're here. What we actually do talk about topics.
Yeah, we get into serious topics at times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what is our topic today?
It's building your brand and finding your niche, right? Even in a dual business relationship.
I see how you connected it there. All right. For those of you guys don't know, I have a brand or company known as Dual Vizion Photography, and this is a conglomerate of Dual Vizion Productions.
And the dual exchange. He didn't know the dual part was coming later because you can't be dual by yourself.
Yes. And if you're on the YouTube aspect of things, you're a part of the dual exchange.
I just came in later into the game. Yeah.
All right, let's get into it today. So, what do you define as being a brand?
Ooh, let me talk about the brand. I'm all about branding, from Portrait Me to Dual Vision to Dual Exchange to NH Photos. Building your brand. It starts with forming what that name is. What are you into, right? Do you want to, from a photography perspective, do you want to touch every genre of photography, or do you want to stick to one? I think that will help you create what your logo is, right? Right? You know, you wanted to do dual vision photography, so you saw the perspective of different genres, right? I don't know how your name started. My name started because although I don't want to tell people my name, my photography brand and business name is NH Photography LLC. I wanted to carry my name into something because my daughter, we fought about naming my daughter after me. So this is where my brand comes in, right? I needed something in my name. So that's how I build the logo. And from there, I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? Because remember when you met me, you met me in the church. We all know that. I didn't have a brand. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I think I had a sense that I wanted to do newborn photography.
Wait. Let's get into that.
Going too fast? Let's get too fast. You want to tell this side of the story?
So no, yes, because that was the one question I asked you. Once we got past that first photo shoot and things of that nature, I wanted to know what that next step was. And
I'm like, why are you asking me that now?
Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I think this is prior to you actually figuring out what branding. We'll come back to branding. You had this grandiose idea. You said, I think I'm going to be like a great newborn photographer. Now, prior to this, I know what it takes to do newborns because I've done newborn shoots. I mean, I pretty much touch every aspect of photography. It is my least liked. Let's understand. I love the babies. I love the moments but there are so many factors that kind of go into it, at least from my standpoint. And shout out to the photographers who are getting it done.
That's
newborn
just
photography
for them,
and things
not
of that
for
nature.
me.
But knowing what you had actually already shot, and then like, why did you think newborn photography?
So I've always had a passion for kids, and one of my goals was to have a child care daycare center. Didn't have the space to do it, so I thought with my photography journey, if you recall, I got a camera because of my daughter. So I was taking, candid photos of her. So I thought translating that into newborn photography would be where I wanted to go,
Right.
all in my head, until I actually went to my first newborn shoot. Let me tell you.
We won't go into all of those intangibles, but I did get a call quickly. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
My microphone is leaving me.
Okay, so all you have to do is adjust it. You have to adjust it with the knob.
All
Loosen it.
this time we spent.
Loosen.
Listen, I'm too
See,
old
look,
for
like
this.
I'm a pro. See, you just gotta
I'm too old to
you
be
loosen,
stretching over.
and you pull it up to where you need it to be, slightly higher than you want it to be.
So
and
it
then
can
you
drop.
just tighten it. So
You see how he talks to me?
yeah,
He talks to me like when he first met me, slowly. But I'm a hands-on person. He should be over here.
Do you need
doing
help?
it.
Do you need help? You need help tighten it? You good?
I'm too old for this.
There we go. There. Look at you. Look at you.
Voila.
You're back into the arena here. Okay. So I will get us back on track.
Like they did not need this icebreaker just now. This
That-
is
that's
us.
what it is.
This is us all the time.
Yeah. So let's get back to the topic at hand. We're talking about branding, okay? So you talked about some of the things the ingredients to it, right? So before I ask you the question, I'll actually answer the intangibles that went into my brand. So the reason why I chose Dual Vizion Photography is that I create from not just my perspective, but that of the client. And so I
This
thought,
wasn't about
no,
me coming in later on,
no,
20,
this
30 years
happened
later?
way before
30 years later?
the NH effect. Okay.
Oh, man.
So when I was doing that, I was like, hey, I wanted a business that was a dual perspective, one from that of a client or one of an individual that I'll work with. Lo and behold, you come later on down the line. But I didn't want it to be a traditional like spelling of vision. I wanted the vision to stick out.
Z.
It's not as a VISON. I wanted to have a Z because I wanted to have something that was just not normal.
You have Z.
Yes. So when I was taking that approach, I thought this was a representation of what my business should be when it comes to working with individuals, working with clients, and working with other creatives. Now, let me get back to my question. For you, you also, in your 9-to-5 world, deal with the importance of branding. Mm-hmm. And I think it lended itself to our relationship when we actually met.
Branding
Why is
and
branding and partnership so important to you? Because it's starting to now reflect in my business, but also the creative community that we run and things of that nature. Why is it so important for branding to take place within not just the creative landscape of things, but just in life?
It represents you, right? So keeping true to your brand, you're authentic across multiple layers or multiple places that you go to. I think it's your identity, right? People can know you as Michael Edwards, but that's like your personal life. And that name comes under the brand. Your Dual Vision name tells the story of what your brand is, right? So you want to be known for that. You want to carry that throughout anything that you do, whether it is on you. If I could put my brand on my car, I would. So branding and partnership is really important in industry where you are dealing with client. Your client has to know your brand. They has to know you as your brand.
Yeah.
They can't know Michael Edwards without Dual Vision, nor can they know Dual Vision without Michael Edwards.
Right.
So I think just carrying that across everything that you do stays true and authentic to who you are, and people will respect you for that. People will see you for that, right?
Yeah.
Right. I won't give the name of the company that I work for, but if you look at the marketing that we do, everything ties back to that loyalty program, because the loyalty program funds the company. And if we go away from that, then you have that disconnect, and people will think it's two different things, but it's not. So I always tell people, as much as you can, put your brand out there. Put it on you, right? Put your logo on your shirt. It matters.
Yeah.
Because and you have a unique brand, which I find, well, I've adopted. At work, I'm not just known for Natasha Henry. I'm known of my personal brand of the way I look, the way I dress.
Yeah.
I always have a blazer, and those kicks will show up. Now, when I walk in that door, people start talking, right? What are they talking about? That girl who wears sneakers to work, right? That's your brand. If you have it on your shirt, even, I think we were someplace and someone was on a microphone, and what did they do? They call out the name that is on your shirt.
Yeah.
That whole crowd heard about your brand,
Absolutely.
right? If you didn't have that on you, you're just a guy in a black t-shirt,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So I think it is important to just carry your brand with you. If that is your full-time job, you should.
I think you hit the nail on the head again. For 2 straight episodes now, I really feel like dealing with identity is so important, because I think as creative or artists, we don't look at that as the important factor. We think at, all right, creating what we do and how we do it is the important thing. It's more than that. It's okay, when I walk in the door, this is who I am. When I present a level of service, this is who I am. When I am configuring what my rate is, this is who I am. So all of these things lend itself to you positioning identity as the forefront of what you do as a creative. And I think that's so important, because we don't look at it from that standpoint. We're just like, hey, I got a camera.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to go out here and I'm going to
But
do
who are
this
you really behind that camera? Okay, you are Trey Douglas behind that camera, right? You'll always remain Trey Douglas. What does Trey Douglas bring with that camera? Change it. Have a logo. Have a brand presence wherever you go. I am Natasha Henry of NH Photography LLC. And you'll see that carry through my contract, my invoice, even the logos, right, that we have on Instagram. And I tell people all the time, don't put your logo, unless you're a big company like Portrait DC, Union Market, that has a unique logo. When it comes to, because of that personal piece of your business, your brand, your profile picture should be your profile picture.
Oh, wait, you talk about something
I just want to make sure I'm not.
I was literally about to get on that, because how can we be identifiable if we don't even have something for us to identify with?
Right.
And this is something that I talk about all the time with a lot of people in the community. Like, hey, how many Instagram pages have you seen, or you've kind of perused, and there's so much cool content, but you don't see a logo, or you don't see who this person is? Yeah,
if you're not Macy's and you're not Target, your profile picture on any social media platform should not be your logo. As much as I talk about branding, that should come in your profile description. You probably can't put the logo there, so you're going to spell it out. But I want, as a patron or a client that is looking at your page, I want to see what you look like. Some sort of it. It's not going to be perfect, but I want to see who's behind that logo, who's behind that brand. So I caution you on social media, unless you're a large corporation, that we can identify that logo. Nike, you can't go wrong. You know what Nike is, right?
Just do it.
I'm not Nike. Okay, I'm this African American girl behind NH Photos logo. So make sure on social media, that is my recommendation. You don't have, that's my gospel. That's my gospel.
Yeah,
So
and we're talking about our gospel. We talked about the gospel according to
our gospel.
the focal conversations in our last episode. But I think you're on it. You know, having an identity helps propel you as a creative, and it just allows you to stick out. You know,
it does speak to you, because look at focal conversation right now, right? We selected what the brand identity is, right? With our name, our image on a logo, and if we carry that brand through all across the platforms that we're on, when someone sees it on YouTube, oh, this is Natasha and Michael's, right? If we take a different angle and put that on YouTube, then we're not creating that connection. So you have to create that connection across all of your platform for it to stay true to its identity, and for people to recognize, no matter where we are, what we're doing, as long as we have that brand in place, people will recognize who we are.
I think also something that we should talk about that goes hand in hand with that is the importance and the responsibility of you being identifiable, but working with additional brands, right? So for us, I'll use myself for instance, right? When you see my brand, you don't just see my brand. You see Dual Vizion Photography. You see NH Photography as in partnership. You also see Dual Vizion Productions. Then you also see Portrait Me DC. And if you see Portrait Me DC, you see partnerships like Viltrox. You see Goodwill. You see Union Market. And with those different identifiable connections comes a responsibility of understanding you represent not only yourself, but you represent all those partnerships that you are acquiring along the way. And if you can cultivate relationships that promote these points of, you can accrue more partnerships.
But they each have a place, right? Look at the company I work with. We have 30 hotel brands, 30. However, we have one branch of loyalty program, right? Each of these brands has a unique identifier, but once we tie the loyalty program to it, we know it's part of, we know it's a collection, right? Portrait Meet DC is bigger than our personal business, right? It's a community of what we have 12,000 followers versus our 4,000. So you'll see it as the most important one to the community. But from that, you being the leader, you being your own brand, people will still identify your brand for photography. People will identify Portrait Meet for the community relationships that we play. So I think you can have multiple brands as long as you are able to help identify them and what unique offering they bring into the table. If you wanted to put all of them into one, you can. But I think that each of them have a place. They play a different part in your life.
Wow, I feel like we're touching on
you're taking the corporate side of me into this, but it's what brought us into Portrait.
Absolutely,
right?
But it's what helped me to recognize that you were the business partner for me, because I had been going through my journey. I had a business that was already in play. But the number one thing you said to me, like when we started working together, he's like, where's your logo? Like, where is it?
That's true.
And I was like,
that is true, yeah.
And you're like, no. What size are you?
I think I asked you.
What size are you?
I think when I found out you were doing this full time, so I personally don't market my brand as often as someone who does it full time. I don't have the patience to be dealing with y'all during the week, Saturday, Sunday. So I limit how much I show up. But if you're doing this full time, I knew you as Michael Edwards. I don't think I ever saw your logo until I went to your website.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you as a brand. I saw you as an individual who has a business.
Right. And
then I asked, well, where's your logo? And I'm like, okay, let me put your logo on.
He's like, yeah, what size are you?
Ordered shirt.
all of a
Shirt,
sudden I had a shirt, I had a hoodie, I had a hat. I was like, wait. And it was funny because I remember the next day I went to Starbucks and I had on a t-shirt and someone said to me, "Oh, you're a photographer?" And my eyes rolled in the back of my head. I was like, oh, it was just that easy.
Conversation starter.
And wherever I go, if I'm wearing my brand or if I'm wearing my logo, and you know, it's interesting too, not to fast forward too much, but I will. We had an interesting conversation with an individual one time when we were talking about
Portrait meat. Yes.
You know, we were in a store and we were talking to this artist, and this artist posed a wonderful question.
So we were wearing the old Portrait
logo,
Meat
yes.
logo. But he kept staring, and you know me, if you stare at me the wrong way, I'm staring like, what the hell are you staring at? He kept staring at our shirt, and I'm like trying to tap Mike. I was like, what is this guy's problem? And he jumped in there. He's like, what does that mean? He pointed at, it was like he thought it was a barbershop.
Yeah, he thought it was a gentleman's barbershop.
Yeah, our logo was the head of a gentleman, and the word was written full, like Portrait Meat spelled out. And man, he gave us the best advice. Even me being in the partnership industry, I did not pick up on that at first. I just saw we wearing our brand, we're rocking it. Everywhere we go into a meeting, we have it. Until he said, "This looks like you have a barbershop."
And then he asked us again. He said, "Well, don't you want people to ask you what Portrait Meat is?" He's like, "Just simplify it.
Yeah.
Just put PMDC.
Yeah.
And let people ask you what that means."
What does that mean? So it's a conversation starter. You get the opportunity to educate people what it is and elaborate on what the PMDC means. And I'm telling you, it's made a huge difference. It's actually easier to put on social media platform because we were struggling with the full name and we just put the gentleman hair.
Yeah.
Right? So that is important. You have to think of all of these platforms even before you create what your business name is, because that's the way we are right now, right?
Absolutely.
It's not the days where you print marketing assets and flyers and you can, you can create the assets how you want. You have to factor in, where will I market this brand? Right?
Yeah. So we're learning, and we have learned in this particular session, the importance of branding, how you brand, where you brand,
yeah,
and who you partner up with when it comes to these branding opportunities.
To add value to your business, right? It is important to partner with the right people, the right businesses that adds value. However, if you go into one, it doesn't work out, don't limit yourself. That one doesn't work out. Learn from it. But you have to be mindful of all of the intricacies.
And you will learn. You will learn. Like what you say, not all relationships are bad. Relationships are bad. Look, we were lucky. We were lucky, but we've gotten into situations where it was hella bad. And you walk away with life lessons, right? Yeah.
I will never look back and say, man, we should not have done that.
Right.
No, man, we should have done that because it taught you a lesson. I'm pointing at you. Yeah.
Wait, why you not pointing at me though?
Taught
We're in all of these.
No, we not together. In this one. The one that's in my head.
I think at this point, anybody who's ever have worked with us or had
when I said we're not doing this anymore, let's roll.
If they see me, they see you in the situation. But like you said, I will say it's comforting to know that I've had these quote unquote fire experiences, these fire branding experiences, these good and bad together, because at the end of the day we can kind of game plan.
We can bounce off each other. I'm like, yo, we're walking into this is what it looks like. I am unfiltered, give you my opinion, straight up, straight shooter.
Whereas
Mike is more trying to reason. Well, let's give it another chance. I'm like, hell, let's walk away. But if he says let's give it another chance, competition versus support, I have to look at the way Mike thinks versus how I think. I'm one and done. I ain't trying again. This is not working. I'm out. He said I can't cuss, so I won't cuss. But Mike sees the good in everybody. So you will get a second, a third, a fourth. The first try for me, I'm out. But as his business partner and understanding who you are as a friend as well, I will never let you go into the second and the third try. The sixth try, you're doing too much. Let's go. I'm out and you got to follow me. But I will support you on the journey of trying again. I will give you feedback. I will give you input like the first and the second never happened.
Right.
Because I want to see us.
I will say this. And this is, again, once you understanding how you have the support aspect of it, where, like we talked about, no competition. We literally have sessions that we have takeaways to combat those different situations. Even though I may be giving ultimately more opportunities for an individual or a brand, it comes with us saying, like you said, those learning, okay, we have a meeting, we have our takeaways. Okay, this is where our takeaways are. This is what we're not going to have,
do moving forward.
You know, so again, aligning our personalities, aligning what is best for branding, allowing us to really get an education from the situation.
Every bad situation teaches you a lesson.
Yes, it's providential.
It's not for the worst. It's not for the worst. You pick up from it. You learn from it. You will know this is what you're not going to do into the next one. Yeah. And if we slightly take that path, one of us will check each other and be like, no, remember this happened here. We can't do this. Let's adjust and see how we can fulfill this partner needs, this client needs. So every bad business is not that bad.
Yeah. Well, I think we can kind of...
I think we're missing one part of
the
niche. Okay. How did you determine you wanted wedding is primary for you, but you do it all?
Yeah.
What took you down that path of making that one your primary genre of, is that the niche or genre?
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately I understood what was best marketable. From a market
you
value.
Can correct me though. I know I did not say that word right.
I dare not. But I understood market value to all the things that I was
the market value.
So understanding the market value of it, knowing what I would have to do to produce that particular type of content or art went into all of those factors as well. So yeah, I am a jack of a lot of different, trades, but I understand what's marketable, one, for me, two, what is best for my particular brand.
Well, I'm telling you, you're better than me, because I tried. After newborn, I'm like, oh, he's doing weddings. I went on a few weddings with you, and I got a couple weddings. I think I shot 3.
You are a dope second shooter. I look. Yeah.
Yes, I am a dope second shooter. I am not built to own a wedding contract. Them brides and in-laws and brides zealots are crazy, but you have the patience.
We got it. Get it right.
I do enjoy second shooting for you. One of the aspects is like you said earlier, second shooter is for where I can't be, right? Mm-hmm. And we can partner together. You can be with the groom, I can be with the bride. Mm-hmm. But then at the end of the day, here's my SD card. I'm out. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Understanding your niche, understanding the importance of the niche, the brand, and all of the elements that come together to make everything make sense at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if those are the things that you are looking forward to doing from a business perspective, these are some of the ingredients, if you really pay attention to, that will help you as a brand, as a business, be able to identify. I see you. You know what?
If you don't fix this thing is actually heavy. But yes, and don't be afraid to fail, right? I tried newborn. I think I tried 3 babies before I gave up. I tried weddings, and I wasn't competing with him. I was getting my own clients, but I knew that wasn't for me. So I started sending the clients to him, right? Yeah. So I tried it. I didn't love it. He always came with me. Even for my first one, I was like, I'm not sure if I can do this, but this person approached me. Let's see. Yeah, no, no, no. And then even if I've given up shooting weddings, I'm not going to give up second shooting. I'm not going to give up. I threaten him all the time, but I love it. I love that it builds our partnership. We learn something different.
Absolutely.
Every wedding, it's either fun or it's always fun. It's always fun. It's always fun.
We make it fun.
We make it fun, right? We make it fun, and together we give the client an experience.
Yes.
I do find the experience we give to clients together versus solo is absolutely different.
But that's another identifiable measure to our branding, to the experience of what we bring to your creative experience. So yeah, I think we've nailed another topic with...
Yeah, because this microphone is getting heavy.
Well, again, I'm Michael Edwards.
I am Natasha Henry. Branding is important, I know, of NH Photos.
This has been Focal Conversations. Again, this is the podcast that will help you during your creative journey, and we're hoping that each and every time that you connect with us, you learn a little something as well.
And this is the podcast I'm allowed to be unfiltered.
Okay, all right. So, with that being said, guys, we'll check you guys next time.
Unfiltered.